Well, good morning. Well, here's morning. We have some good sunlight coming in. Bucko's waking up. I'm having my coffee and my cigarettes. And thought I might continue with this thing about naming the creator. I have respect for Islam and Jewish, Hebrew. Now, in Islam, yes, they have a name, Allah, but they also have 99 descriptives for Allah. And I greatly appreciate them. There's a few of them I wish I could keep to memory and call out because they fit all sorts of different situations. In Hebrew, I believe there are 7 different names. Well, in Western culture, we gave the Creator one. Isn't that strange? To have no descriptive names to call on. I prefer I am. That's enough. Some have discourse with me calling God, the Creator, Jesus, the Beloved, and the Holy Ghost, which between the Testaments has a little bit of bipolar thing, the Holy Comfort. So far, these have not been used as weapons against those in the shadows and the others. I was going to try to type out a morning devotion on my Facebook page. Y'all have to hunt for that one. But this morning it's easier for me to ramble on and then type. My fingers can't keep up with my mind. Is it not a shame that we do not allow people to explore their personal faith? I hear so many Christians say that Muslims pray to Muhammad, and you are so very, very wrong. Muhammad is considered a prophet, as are many Hebrew persons considered to be prophets. I do always wonder that if you're, let's say, 20 miles to the other side of east of Mecca, do you do like the Protestants do and still face the direction of which the compass says is east and end up turning your butt to Mecca? Or do you turn in the closest relationship to Mecca? And Protestants, when they're asked to kneel to pray, since there are no kneeling benches, have a tendency to turn around in their pew and turn their butts towards the front. Always found that to be a quandary. Are you afraid to face the Creator for what you're praying about? That's where personal faith comes in. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Lord, hear our prayer. I look at all these things that are happening all over the world. Race, religion. Now keep in mind, all people that have Jewish blood are not Hebrew in faith. Let that sink in. Everyone born into an Islamic country is not always Muslim. Now here's a little factoid. To be Jewish, the mother must have Jewish blood. To be Islamic, the father must be Muslim. And it all still goes back to that Abraham and Sarah thing, which started this whole mess. No one wants to talk about that much. Everyone wants to hold on to grudges and thinking, well, what I think is right and what you think is wrong, and there's no middle ground. May the Creator deal with Netanyahu and Hamas equally. Everyone's keeping list. Why? Because. I'm going to reflect back to my childhood in St. Bernice. Again, let's see. 2 doors down lived Esther Sims. Sister Sims. She and her husband, Cloyd, owned a grocery. And Esther kept the books. Well, long after Cloyd had died, the store closed down. I don't know what reason the store closed down. It was after the Depression. I think maybe it was... Oh, what was that old man's name? Anyway, someone opened up a bigger grocery store in St. Bernice. So the little shops weren't needed. Well, long after Esther Sims' husband died, she kept the books of duns or dues owed. And every Christmas she'd send out Christmas cards with a bill of what people still owed. A unique lady. I enjoyed visiting her because she had a television. Could not have been a good Nazarene. I think she had the first color television I ever saw. She would take me on trips to Clinton, Indiana. And there was a wishing fountain there that people would toss coins into. Sister Sims would hold my ankles so that I could collect the coins. I was allowed to keep pennies and nickels. Anything larger than that she kept. Sorry, kids. I didn't know better. One of the saints of the church was telling me this was okay to do. Sister Sims was such a juxtaposition. She had her Martin house in the back. She loved her Martins. At the bottom of the pole, she had bird traps. Any bird besides a martin, she would go out with her leather gloves and snap their necks and throw them in the burner bin. I watched her once. A bluebird and a cardinal. How could this woman that I liked be so cruel? I started to take notice of when she put her laundry out on the line because it blocked her view to the Martin House pole. And I would go up the grass alley, sneak in behind, and open up the bird traps, letting any bird out, and then closing the traps so they couldn't catch any more. Well, Esther didn't like this. So she went down and complained to my father, who was also her minister, about my actions. How disrespectful of a child. Well, Dad gets a kudos for this. My father started going down and letting the birds loose and closing the trap. I don't know if it was long after that she stopped doing it. I have no clue. Well, it's going to be a short video. Rocco wants out. And Mama controls everything. So maybe I'll be back with another short one. I don't know. I've got to be adult and human today and finish up my grocer. So, y'all be good. Don't do anything I haven't. Oh, these darn buttons and no glasses.